welcome back to the Spoonie Stitcher channel. I'm Shannon the Spoonie Stitcher. You're inside the stitchery and I'm very happy you're here today. You're here for the Gnome of the Month, video that I did collab with Nova Gnome Creations. Yay! And today is all about perseverance. There is no pattern for this. I made it up, but I didn't write anything down because it was a struggle to make this. Princess Peach, the gnome, in all her glory. So, she is made with a bunch of materials, different materials, and she is my pattern, but I did not write it down. Let's start at the beginning. I wanted to do Princess Peach when Nova mentioned that she was going to do a Mario theme for April for her Gnome of the Month. Just kind of off the cuff mentioned to her, hey, can I do Peach? And she was like, let's collab. And I went, oh, okay, yeah. So I thought, no big deal, that's easy, I can do that, because I already made a gnome and I have a gnome pattern that I could just use the body of. Dear friends, when you say you have a pattern, know where that pattern is. Mine is gone. I checked the files on my computer, I checked all over my office, I checked my room, I checked every notebook I have, because I am very old school and I do like to write in my notebook. But it's gone. I have no idea where that pattern is. And I never found it. And as the deadline got closer and closer and closer, I started to freak out. Because I went, I don't have a pattern. Oh my stars, what am I gonna do? I started to look at my King Oberon gnome. I tried to look at him and figure out, what did I do? And yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know. So I asked Nova, I said, what should I do? And she goes, well, what if you found like a base somewhere and just tweaked off of it? And I was like, yeah, but then it's not my pattern. And she's like, well, just play with it. So I played with it and I got a base. And I was like, okay, I like this, yes. And I started to build it up. As I started to build it up, I started to look at my stitch count. And I was like, no, this will take me eons. I don't want to do 56 stitches around over and over and over again. No, thank you. So I had to frog all of it. After I was halfway through it, mind you. Frog all of it. And then start over with a different size hook. That was the body. Now let's talk about her arms. Aren't they cute? See her little gloves and her little arms. You know what they don't look like? Now? Turkey legs. Yeah, they looked like turkey legs. See how they have a nice little curve now? They didn't. They looked like she was wearing drumsticks. It was very sad. And I felt very bad for her because she had done nothing to me. It's like, what has she done? Nothing. She is completely innocent here. Why am I doing this to her? So I had to start over on those as well. And no, I don't have any pictures. Okay, kind of wish I'd taken pictures of them because they were funny looking, but no. Also, her hair. Her hair is very cartoony, as you can see. It's, you know, that's what I was going for. I didn't want to do the yarn strands and then brush them out or even leave them and style them some way. No, I felt like she's a cartoon, so let's give her cartoony features. And I made her hair 5 times. This is what we finally got. And I think I like it. I want it to have that nice little point in the end, you know. I think it looks good. I also gave her a wig cap so that just in case if I didn't make enough pieces, I had enough to cover it, and I did fine. So this is a heart, because if you look at her picture, she does have kind of a heart for bangs. So I thought that was cute. You cannot tell, but this dress is made of 2 different dye lots, because I didn't have the exact same lot for pink, and I started to notice it when I was crocheting, and I went, that's not the same color. Same brand, but you know, people, dye lots do matter. I should really entitle this, What Else Could Possibly Go Wrong? And then never ever ask yourself that question. Her peplum. Isn't it cute? It looked like she was wearing an inner tube when I started out. Again, probably should have taken a picture of that because it would have looked like she's floating. But also, this color might be discontinued. I'm not sure. It's an I Love This yarn, but it's an old one. And it's Hot Rose. Yes, I think they still make Hot Rose, but I'm not sure it's this exact same color. So, I don't know. But I will tell you my saga, but I will tell you every color I used. If you want to go for this look, go for it. You know, if you want to know every color I used, I wrote it all down for you guys. So, there's that. Anyway, her peplum looked like an inner tube. So making that thinner, but still like it puffed out, was a challenge. That was not fun. And then, as you can see, I used puffy paint around the gems and for her earrings, which deflated. Oh well, they still look like earrings, it's fine. So let's talk about puffy paint for a second. First of all, do I have a tutorial on how to use it? Yes, I do. 2 different ways. Videos linked down below. Yes, so I used puffy paint. Gold puffy paint is never hard to find until you really, really need it. So I got gold puffy paint. First of all, finding it was a chore. I've never had this much trouble finding it in my life, but of course, when I really need it, you know. Then I got it, and it was gold glitter. It was not the same metallic puffy paint that I'm used to. And it leaked everywhere. It got all over me. It got all over her. It was a mess. So I finally found the correct puffy paint. And as I'm applying it, my hand decides to just start shaking. Just because. Medicine side effects, what can you do? Of course, it would start doing that. So it's a little haphazard. Luckily, the one with the crown doesn't show up as much as that one. So. Also, the gems, you want to talk about those? Yeah, let's talk about the gems. It is impossible to find just red oval gems or blue oval gems. I had to get a multi-pack of different size gems, all different shapes, all different colors, and my mother so kindly spent hours sorting them. She said it was like therapy for her, so good on her, because I did not have that kind of patience after all this. And she sorted them for me so I could find just the oval ones. And, I mean, it did work out. It is the right size. They do look good on her crown. So that's something. But I didn't give up, people. I didn't give up. Speaking of her crown. Oh yeah, we're not done yet. Speaking of her crown, I tried so hard to make a 4-pointed crown like she has in the video game. But my stitch count and her circumference of her head, that wasn't happening. Not the kind of crown I wanted to make. So we got to 3 points after about 30 to 40 minutes. It finally turned out like that, and I went, you know what? I really don't want to make this again, and that's pretty good. So, and I was like, well, the gems will make it better, and it did. The gems helped. It made it better. So what's my point? Don't give up. You know what? It may not be perfect, but it could look a whole lot worse. And did I still have fun making it? Yes. I mean, okay, I love how she turned out. Don't get me wrong. I think she's adorable, and I'm very happy with how she turned out. But please do not ask me for a pattern, because I will never make her again. She's basically a pear, like a pear shape, with little curved drumstick arms, and her crown is a bunch of double and treble crochets with some picot stitches at the top to create the points. Her hair is like chains that, you know, I used multiple stitches to go back and forth. And then her bangs are a heart. And then her nose, I do like how her nose turned out. Isn't her nose cute? And the hair, I didn't write it down because after, like, you know, the 5th try, I was like, we're just gonna do this. But I will tell you that I started out with a magic ring and went out so that I would have, you know, this thick piece of hair, and then it's a flattened round shape. Now, if you want to make her at least with similar colors, that I can do. I used a 3.75 hook, also known as an F, and I used 100% acrylic worsted weight, 4-weight, medium weight, whatever you call it, Aran weight yarn. Her light pink, her dress and sleeves and her base is all this color, which is Joann's brand Big Twist medium rose. You can write that down if you'd like to. Her darker color, now again, I don't know if this is the same hot rose that Hobby Lobby still sells, but this is what I used. For her little ruffled collar, her peplum, and then her ruffled base is I Love This Yarn Hot Rose by Hobby Lobby. Okay. Her crown is Mary Maxim Starlet. Woo! In topaz. Her hair is also Big Twist in varsity yellow. And then last but not least, her skin tone is Premier Basics worsted in, I think, apricot? Yeah, apricot. And I did make her more peachy colored because she's Princess Peach. And I think that's it. Okay, her gems are from Joann's. They're just a multi-pack of gems. Her earrings are Puffy paint. I forget what color Puffy paint, just some kind of like light blue, sky blue, something like that. And then her gold metallic, where the setting of the gem, I don't know, but it's just a gold metallic Puffy paint. So that's what I used to make her, and then obviously I stuffed her with fiber fill. Now I will say, I started her base like a basket. What does that mean? That means that after I did as wide as I wanted it to be, I my first row of building up, because I built her from the base up so that she'd be flat, was front post single crochet so that it creates that ridge, which is how I make pretty much all my baskets. Fun fact. Anyway, that gives her a flat base that she can sit on, and it gave me a stitch in the front that I could use to add her little trim. So I think that's it. So this is my half of the Mario duo. If you want to see the other half of the pair, you have to go to Nova's channel, and the link is down below. Thank you for joining us today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Yarn Zebra family. That is what I call all of my yarny subscribers over here. And I would love to have you. We have stuff about bears. We have a bunch of tutorials just came out. I have how to use puffy paint, how to brush yarn, some tips and tricks. The secret sessions thing is pretty fun. A lot of people seem to like that one. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff over here. Please turn on your notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. I don't stick to a schedule, so if you don't turn that bell on, you might miss one. Life happens, yarn helps, and spoonies can stitch it up too. Goodbye!